Put my phone on silent before we go.
Welcome back to Speak Up Queen, the podcast where we empower, uplift, and celebrate women who have reclaimed their voices to inspire others. Today, we are thrilled to welcome Crystal Jordan, a passionate advocate, author, and co-founder of Becoming Her magazine. Crystal's mission is all about empowering women and creating platforms for their voices to shine. As the founder of Sisterhood Publishing, she uplifts Black female authors and creators, helping them secure their legacies through storytelling. Inspired by her experience as a single mother raising a son with autism, Crystal is also the heart behind Zachariah's World, a brand dedicated to fostering inclusion for individuals with ASD. Her book, Just Like You, continues to create empathy and understanding around autism. Crystal's dedication to advocacy, storytelling, and empowerment is nothing short of inspiring. So let's give a warm welcome to Speak Up Queen. Welcome, Crystal.
Thank you for having me, number one. I'm always excited to be on other people's platform to push more awareness, acceptance, and especially inclusion because I do this for my son. And one thing you didn't know about me that I'm now talking about is I am launching a magazine focusing on autism awareness and neurodiversity. And with that being stated, my new brand is called Awesomely You Magazine, and I get to feature so many amazing people that need to be featured.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. And
Thank
just
you.
secondly, can we just all audience, if you're listening to this podcast interview, this queen woke up at 12 a.m. in the morning to be on here. So be ready to be inspired because when women are in a mission on a mission, time doesn't matter because the passion and our mission is just far beyond time. So let's just quickly give a whole just stop and celebrate this powerful queen for showing up this time of day or early this morning. So, yes, let's dive into the questions. Are you ready?
I am ready, and you are so funny because I was about to go to sleep until I said, wait, she's in a different time zone. This is a real booking. So you are so right. And you know what? I want to touch on what you said. I am on a mission to push what God has told me to push, which is autism awareness and acceptance. It's really more of acceptance than awareness, but I am on a mission. So thank you once again for having me. And I wanted to be on Speak Up Queen. So
What does healing mean to you? And how has your journey toward it shaped the woman you are today?
what does healing mean to me? And how has it shaped the world, the woman I am today? Healing is an everyday process. It doesn't happen overnight. Healing starts when you realize, hey, this is something I need to work on. It is something I need to address. And when you start to address it, a lot of people think healing is just so beautiful. It has ugly moments where you may just be in the bed all day crying. You can go somewhere and something can trigger you. Healing comes in so many different forms. How has it shaped who I am today? Pain has shaped who I am today, but me being able to use my voice to tell my story and to push something bigger than Crystal Jordan shaped who I am today. Because everything I'm doing is so much bigger than me. It's literally for my child, Zachariah, that I'm doing everything for.
Wow. Can you share a moment when you chose self discovery over self doubt? And what have you learned about yourself?
Self-discovery over self-doubt. That is a deep question for me because I'm in that season now. I know what my purpose is. And God made it clear where I should walk in. The doubt comes in the naysayers. The doubt come in the people that are don't truly support me, but say they support me. The doubt comes in with, am I good enough to do this alone? The doubt comes in with, Crystal, where are you going with this? The doubt comes in with imposter syndrome. So the self-doubt does not outweigh the mission that I'm on. That my mission is outweighing the self-doubt, but the self-doubt is there. Most people look at me and think I got it all together and I'm so perfect. I'm this, and that, and I'm so impactful. I'm happy you feel all of that. But to be me and walk in my shoes is I carry a lot of self-doubt. Like, can I do this? Can I do this alone? Is this brand gonna be, I'm talking about Ultimately You magazine. Is this brand going to be what the community needs? And most importantly, what my son needs?
What's one life challenge that made you stronger, and how did it lead to personal growth?
One like challenge that made me stronger and how did it lead to personal growth? So one life challenge that made me stronger is my son being diagnosed with autism at 2 years old. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about IEPs. I didn't know anything about the law, advocating. I knew nothing. And here I am today. How it made me stronger. I am now an advocate for parents and families for free. I wrote over, I think over, I know I've done over like 20 books. And some of the books dealing with autism awareness and acceptance and inclusion. I'm in the process of writing a book on how to advocate for your child. So my son, the challenge was being a parent who didn't know what autism was, who didn't know what to do, resources, didn't know anything. That was the challenge. The outcome is I am stronger, I'm educated, I am pushing this mission, I am on platforms like yours, and I am shaping the world that I want to see for my son.
That's amazing. Wow.
Thank
Women
you.
women are often seen as nurturers. How do you balance nurturing others while ensuring your growth and well-being?
Can you repeat that question one more time?
Women are often seen as nurturers. How do you balance nurturing others while ensuring your growth and well-being?
I feel like okay, so how I nurture others, I'm gonna go into this one. Number one, what I do is with my friends, if I see anything that would benefit their business, I will let them know. From even sharing podcasters like you to be on a platform, from me applying for them to be on other people podcasts, from me just pouring into their businesses or I do graphics, me doing their logos or their websites for free. That's me nurturing my platonic friends. Relationship wise, I just try to listen and understand where my partner is coming from. So that's relationship wise. And how do I pour back into Crystal? So I have been doing really terrible with this lately. I used to go walking and running, and that's how he used to pour into me. And I used to work out. I'm trying to get back on my road, but that's and I love used to go hiking. So that's how I pour into me. But lately, how I've been pouring into myself without my fitness is me laying down watching TV or me doing absolutely nothing because my mind is always on go. I'm always coming up with something. I'm always typing. I'm always working. It's not Becoming Her magazine, working on Ultimately You magazine. It's not Ultimately You magazine. I'm doing a podcast interview. So I have nothing on my calendar for that day. No meetings, no nothing, no noise. I personally just lay down and watch TV, be on my phone. That's what I do. Um, if I had a meeting with my business partner, Jasmine Hawkins, I just keep moving.
Hmm. And sometimes we just need to be in bed. Like I had my on a Thursday, I've got 4 hours for self-care. Normally, me and my friend will
Mhm.
go for a coffee or we will just go to the pool and just for 4 hours, just do nothing. This today, 4 hours that I did, I was laying in my bed with a heat pack under the doona. I was just like flat on my back and scrolling through TikTok. And I was like, oh, I love this because, like you say, we as women that is on a mission, our thoughts, we are just thinking, going, 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 going. But when we are in a mode of switching off, Netflix is a way to switch off because it's something that is, we don't need to worry about creating this series. We can just watch it. We don't need to do anything. We can just enjoy
I
it.
love binge watching a show. I'd be like this. Oh my God, it's the best day ever. And you know, for other people, that may be so small, but I don't make time for myself. And I'm gonna tell you what has happened recently. Happened in December. We had me and my business partner had a cover reveal for the Mako Girls for Becoming Her magazine. And we do this thing called the hot seat, where the founders, me and her, sit down. People get to ask us questions. One of the questions, this question gonna be so simple. Somebody may be like, "Oh my God," it may be so flabbergasted. They ask what you like to do for fun. My business partner answered that so easily. Do you know I had no answer? I thought about it. I said, "What do I do for fun?" So I advocate for families. Okay, that don't sound fun to other people. I said, "Okay, I'm working on my autism magazine." Okay, that don't sound fun to other people. I be doing content for Becoming Her. And I'm literally doing this at the thing. I said, that don't sound like fun. And then I said, I watch TV, but that don't sound like fun either. To this day, I still can't answer that question. What do I do for fun? I'm always working. So for me, pouring back into my cup, back to your question, is me not doing nothing for fitness, but I still am struggling to find the fun in my life because when I go to events, that's me working. That's yes, I could have fun there, but I didn't stop. I really can care less about an event.
Well, we all do fun in our different ways, and that is okay. If there is women out there who is still struggling with that question like you, just know that it's okay. Your day where you are gonna have that answer is gonna come. And then you're gonna say, I'm gonna hop back onto Speak Up Queen and I'm gonna tell Marika what I'm doing for fun. And that's gonna be an amazing story because when we are on this journey, we don't have all the answers. We don't have everything sorted out. We are if as long as we never stop trying and moving forward, that's all that counts at the end of the day is for
So
us on a mission to do those things.
I agree
What
with that.
What inspired you to reclaim your voice and how has that choice impacted your life?
What inspired me to reclaim my voice is my son. Like I do all of this for my son, and everything I do is for Zachariah. So what inspired me is my son because I want to be impactful. I'm his voice because he's nonverbal and I need to speak for him for now, not forever, but for now. And as I speak for him now, I am creating the platform and the roadmap for him to be successful, for other people that will come behind him to also be successful because I understand in my mind, yes, I'm advocating for my son Zachariah, but I'm advocating for 10 other Zacharias. I'm advocating for 10 other crystals. So my son has encouraged his entire journey. I will always pay honor and respect to him.
Wow, that's just amazing. I think when we are focusing on our last name and not our first name, that mission is just something else. When we are starting to think about our legacy, the legacy that we are leaving for our children, it's just pushing you, in, especially if you're a mom, it's just you're getting energized. Sometimes you will feel like, oh, I'm so tired. But then you see they are just giving you a hug or they're just doing something cute. I've got a preteen in my house. The cuteness is almost finished. I barely get cuteness. Now I just get annoyance, but that's okay. I do enjoy this part of his childhood also. I do enjoy it, but that just pushed me to, okay, what more can we do? How can we serve? How can we help other women who's in the exact same situation? Because I really feel like God has sent us to break generational curses, and we as women that is doing these amazing things, yes, it's not easy sometimes, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it when we can pay it forward to our children, that the trauma and the heartbreak and all the bad cycles or the cycles can just stop with us. Because we are the cycle breakers, and that's just amazing to hear how passionate you are about these things and for being a voice for him, just as I am being a voice for women who've been through abuse and trauma. It is, oh, I just love the way the Lord is putting women in my life like yourself. And I can just, I just want to touch my heart the whole time because I'm feeling so grateful for having you on here. It is just like being aligned with powerful badass queens is just a boom, amazing.
I really appreciate that because we have to, as women, we have to remove the race thing and we have to support women. Women, we all go through the same thing. One thing, I, we all bleed. We all know how I feel to go through heartbreak. Most of us. Some of us are lucky. Some of us unicorns. And we get to marry a high school sweetheart. But we have to learn to support each other, no matter what country, what state you're in, and help push each other missions. Because women together, when we stand together, we're powerful.
We are definitely powerhouses. Oh my soul. When you're saying this, my body is just like goosebumps because we are in 2025. The first month of 2025 is gone. We are not in an era anymore where we are thinking of each other as competition.
Hmm.
Queens, oh my word, there is so many women who need your voice, not mine. They don't need to like my voice, and that's okay. They don't need to like Crystal's voice. But do you know how many women out there can align with you? How can you be supported by other women? As soon as you take off that competition flaps and you put on your crown of empowerment, fireworks. I tell you, fireworks.
I agree with you. Like, I feel like women supporting women is so needed
Mm.
in today's space. But like, if you see that this woman has this amazing thing, you can be a part of it. But if you know somebody that can help, give them that contact because the network of women is stronger than men. And if we just come together, we all can be powerful. We all can be successful. It's enough money in the world for all of us to eat and not be struggling. Believe it or not, as much as I do for what I'm doing, my advocate work, I don't make money from this. A lot of people assume, oh, Crystal, all these podcast interviews. Crystal got books. She just speaking gigs. I don't make money from this. I do it because I'm passionate about it. I do it because I'm helping another parent. But I'm also, again, creating the world I need for my son to be in.
It's just amazing. That's because I'm in the same boat as you. And the women I've worked, when I started this podcast last 8 months or already 10 weeks ago, I was working 18 hours a day to get women on this podcast. And they were one of the people that I'm working with, the queens that I'm working with, they're like, Marika, but you must make a lot of money. I'm like, no, I don't charge women to share because that's my passion. I can't charge anyone for this. That is my mission, create safe space. And sometimes people don't realize that when, like I said, we are the cycle breakers. We are here to make a change. And yes, we don't get paid for the things that we are passionate, but I know that we are blessed beyond measures in our times will come. Like 2025 is abundance here. Our time will come. But the movement we are making is so much more impactful than having a bank account full of money and you don't enjoy that yes, money is amazing, but like I mean, just to see the change in someone else's life is priceless. You can't put money on that. You can't.
You can't put money on that. And that's why for my passion, I create the magazine side of me, which is also You magazine, to focus on autism and neurodiverse individuals, because that's where I'm going to make some income to provide for my son. But I'm also creating this empire to make him wherever he want to be in life. Like if he want to sell it, if he wants to create another platform within that platform, I'm creating that he can do that. So yeah,
Amazing. What
thank you.
advice would you give to women who feel silenced or overlooked in their personal or professional lives?
Oh, repeat that question one more time for me.
What advice would you give to women who feel silenced or overlooked in their personal or professional lives?
If you feel silence in your life in general, my question to you is, are you okay? Number two, you have a voice. And let's say you are on a spectrum and you don't have a typical voice like what I'm using right now. You have your AAC device, or your ASL, so, or whatever your voice is. Ask yourself, why are you not using your voice or your device to speak up? Number three, it's time for self-love, and it's time to pour back into your cup. Your cup should be overflowed. You can't help people from your a half empty cup. And last but not least, I want you to relax. So the first one I said, why are you not using your voice? Are you okay? So number two is why you're not using your voice. But are you okay? Why you're not using your voice? Number three is self-love. Number four is go relax. That whatever you want to do, take a trip, reset, go to sleep, take a break from work, the kids, your husband, your friends, whatever you feel silence at. See, can you take a break from it if you can? It can be 24 hours, 12 hours. And ask yourself, are you okay? Well, I'm not using my voice. Let me pour back into myself and let me relax, whatever that means for you.
Love it. How have setting boundaries empowered you to live a more authentic and fulfilling life?
Ooh, setting boundaries has not been hard. I don't know about nobody else, but I did not know what boundary was until 30. That's when I learned what boundaries was. I didn't understand the concept. I'm 35, y'all. I did not understand the concept until 34. Just being honest. I just turned 35. So, setting boundaries in my life have been difficult because I've been struggling with understanding it. I've been struggling with when somebody tell me a boundary, oh, I don't want to cross it, so I don't go near it. So for me, it's been if I'm being transparent, it's been a struggle because yes, we're now teaching our kids boundaries, and boundaries just became a thing about 5 years ago during COVID. Like that's when the word boundaries really start coming up. So I'm struggling with that. I'm still working on that. I feel like I'm doing better. I'm intentional. If somebody tell me something they don't like or a non-negotiable, I really try to work on it. In hindsight, they feel like I'm probably not, because I just had this conversation with somebody that the particular person don't feel like I'm working on it. And I'm like, I'm naturally working on it. You
Mhm.
see, like, but that's currently a struggle of mine.
Well, that's the thing. Because we were taught to be people's people. As children, we were taught be quiet, say yes, sit in your place, even if you didn't like your broccoli. Not that I say broccoli is not helpful or good for you, but we were taught to be quiet. We were that was things that was taught to us. If we you need in our culture, you needed to kiss everybody. um, when you see them, you needed to kiss family members, you needed to hug family members. That is something that we would, even if we didn't want to kiss that auntie or uncle, we were forced to do those things. And that was imprinted on us to say, okay, that's just how life is. We just need to become this people because we can't say no. It's just something that has to happen. But it is a process. It is a process. But just know that no is a full sentence. No. And
I struggle with that one.
that's, you see, that is the thing. I want to give you a tip today. Use your calendar. Your phone is your best one. Like, use your calendar. If you don't want to go out with someone, put it in your calendar. Sorry. My friends ask me, Marika, when do you have time for a coffee? What I do is I literally take off my phone. I go
Yeah.
into my calendar and I'm like, okay, let me just quickly have a look. I've got 45 minutes between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock today before my next interview. Are you able to come in that 45 minutes? They know for now, they are like, yes, because they want to be surrounded by me. They want to come and drink a cup of coffee with me. So they come for 45 minutes and then they leave because we respect. But sometimes it was hard for me. It was hard for me to let go because when you set up boundaries, you are going to push people away because the people that is pushing your boundaries and you are starting to stand up for yourself. They are going to get mad. Oh my word, Queen, they are going to get mad because you are putting up not a wall, but like a protection over yourself and your inner peace. And some of them, they're not going to like it, but that is okay. It's okay to let them go because the right people will respect it. Like my friends know, if I've got my calendar is my best tool that I use for boundaries. Do you want to go out on Friday night? Sorry, I can't. I've got family time. Over weekends, it's family time. I don't do anything. Sorry, I can't do it because it's my family time. Between 6 and 7 in the morning, sorry, it's blocked out. It's family time. 5 till 7 at night, sorry, it's family time. If my husband is here at 12 o'clock, like normally I won't take any interviews now because it's my time with my husband. Me and my best friend, we are literally, when her husband and I'm drinking coffee at her place and her husband walks in, even if my cup of coffee is halfway full, I will put it down and I will leave and I say goodbye. It's family time because we respect each other's time. And that's the thing about if you are struggling with boundaries, start using your calendar. Queen, just start using your calendar. Say, sorry, that's self-care time. Between 4:30, 4 o'clock to 4:30 is self-care time. I'm
I
putting
already do that.
myself on
I use
self-care
my
time.
calendar all the time. I use it. When somebody asks me, "Hey, you have any time to do what's your now?" My friends ask me this: "What is your availability
Mm.
for this month?" I go look at my calendar, and my calendar be full, and they say, "What it looks like?" I say, "It's booked, but give me a time frame." Then we work we collab. I love my friends in my 30s because it's so intentional.
Yes.
So we collaborate on a time, and I'm like, I'm free at this time. And then I send them a calendar link. We book it. Now, for some people, what I'm saying may be too much. But when you have a friend that is actively building an empire and really trying to get funding into their business and having big girl meetings, we don't have time. I personally don't want a friend that can call me every day to talk about her husband or her problems. That is so high school. That is so in my 20s. I don't want to listen to that, girl. Let's talk about how we can make money. Let's talk about how we empower each other. Let's talk about your business moves this week.
Yes.
Let me hold you accountable and say, I haven't seen you post last week. Why you haven't posted your business? Oh, I saw that post. I don't think that's your brand. Let's have those conversations. My friends now, it's oh my God. Like I literally just booked my best friend on my calendar. I asked her was she free because she feels neglected. True story. She feels neglected because I'm so busy. She hasn't seen me in like 5 months. And I said, you know what? Let me look at and I ain't tell her. I said, coming over this day at this time. Let me look at my calendar. And I'm gonna show you how okay, I'm gonna show you how my calendar really looks. Can you see it? Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Let me cut the so people can see. Okay, no, I'm going to.
Mine looks exactly the same because that is just what business women do. That is what we do. We don't have time for small talks. Like I said to my husband, I rather let me know that you don't like me, and we can. You've got the green card. If you don't like me, that's okay. I'm glad. You don't need to come and pretend to have small talk with me. I am in a place in my life where I don't have time for small talks. Rather just stay in your corner. Don't come to me. And not that I think that I'm better than anyone, but I don't have time for gossip. I don't have time for small talk. I am on a growth mindset. I am on a mission to make change in the world. No more small talk. It's playing big now. We are
That's crazy.
grown.
I love that my friends respect that. But most of my friends, they don't talk about relationship problems to me because it's not relevant. I'm not saying it's not relevant. I care, but we're not on the phone every day talking about da 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 da. No, I'm not saying we can never talk about it. Let me clarify that. What I'm saying is not important. Is that bringing you money? Like I'm that friend now at this age. Don't be calling somebody your boyfriend. How much you can't stand him, and then you lay in the bed with him tomorrow. Like, what was the point? I know you needed to vent, but if you vent all the time about the same problem, don't vent to me. Don't vent to me no more about it. And it's crazy. I had a friend who also her baby daddy, but for me, it was getting to the point where you shouldn't. If you don't want to be with this person, don't be with this person. You're venting, you're talking junk about this person, but you're gonna be with this person next week, or you're gonna be in their house. So we have to ask ourselves, am I being intentional? And am I moving with purpose? And am I speaking up for the queen I am today?
Absolutely. The last question. What inspired you to say yes to being featured on Speak Up Queen? And what does this opportunity mean to you as a platform to share your story?
What inspired me is the name itself. It literally says speak up queen. And I speak up every day for my son Zachariah, people on the spectrum. I speak up. I go into the school system. I'm an IEP advocate. I advocate. I speak up. I'm a queen. So what inspired me is the name. And I know that this platform, I don't care if it reached one viewer, one listener, I did my mission. I did my purpose. As long as every platform I'm on, I reach one person, and let's say I do 33, you're number 34. That means I reached 34 people who didn't know me. I reached 34 people who didn't know my story. I reached 34 people who can now know about Crystal Jordan, Austin You magazine, and a documentary I'm working on for autism. You get to see how passionate I am about what I'm doing. Yeah,
Amazing. Well, thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Crystal, for sharing your powerful and inspiring story with us today. Your journey reminds us of the strength and courage it takes to heal, grow, and thrive. To everyone tuning in, remember your voice and your story have the power to inspire and create change. If today's episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share it with someone who needs this message. Until next time, Queens, keep speaking up and embracing your power.